What's happening, YouTube? Back in the day gamer here. Thanks for tuning into my channel. And today I'm coming at you with the pickups I got from the Detroit Retro Gaming Show back in September. Was it October? Could have been November? Okay, so I'm a dick. Yeah. However long ago it was, when I went to the Detroit Retro Gaming Show, I had a great time. I hung out with a bunch of cool people. I met people that recognized me from doing this. How cool is that, right? Took some pictures, had conversations. I'm gonna put you in the video. I don't know what happened to those pictures. Hopefully, in digging through things to make this video, I find them and I insert them in here. But I know I looked for them already, and I feel like I'm not going to find them. I'm sorry. But yeah, it was a great time. This was the first year that it moved to its location to where it is now. If you were there, you know, because you were there. If not, you should go. It's coming up again in like 6 months, because it was 6 months ago. So it's practically here. What I picked up when I was there is this small stack right here. This isn't a convention like MGC where it's massive. It's a smaller local one, and it's great. It's not actually even in Detroit. It's by Detroit, but since we're talking about Detroit, I wore my ICP shirt because it's the Detroit Retro Gaming Show. I'm thirsty. We're gonna drink beer, and since Detroit's a good old American city, we're gonna just drink a good old American beer here. Just crack open a Busch Light. Yeah. Something that doesn't happen very often. So, I picked up, I know it's a smaller show, so I was like, I'm just going to focus on the Nintendo, the NES, because that's what I'm all about, but I really want to hammer out some of the games I need. Now that I'm getting up there, I'm nearing like 620. You know, I only have 50, 60 more games to go. I don't want to buy things on eBay. I want to pick them up either in the wild, at local shops, whatnot, at conventions, or doing trades, which hardly ever happens. But, so, not needing that many NES games, and this being a smaller convention, and not looking to spend a fortune, I picked up 4 titles to add to the collection. And we'll start with the one that's on top. In no particular order. Well, it looks like I got these first 3 here from the same vendor, because they all have the same sticker on them. And thinking back now, I can remember. He was that guy that had the games, the ones that I bought. And this is them. First up, Subset Complete, Star Trek The Next Generation. Now, I always say, back in the day gamer is a swords and sorcery guy, not a sci-fi. That's especially true in this instance. Star Trek The Next Generation. I'm not sure it's some kind of simulator, I guess? Yeah, that's what it is. I'm guessing you're Captain Picard, Jean-Luc Picard. I do know about it because this shit was on TV forever. And you have to talk to the other members of your ship about what's going on in the part of the ship they control. Now, I didn't like this game. I tried to buckle down and put a little bit of time into it to just make the pickups of this more interesting. But it is not. No. Yeah. We don't need to look at any more than what I showed you, because it didn't get much more exciting. And if it does, let me know and I'll slog through it some more. But that was this is tagged at 25 bucks, and I know I bundled these, so you probably whack a $5 off each of them. Next one, coming in at $55. A game that I have heard good things about. Never played it until now, and the things I heard were true, because this is a fun, odd platformer, Toki. I didn't really read the intro. I will when I sit down to play it more because I like it. And I'm going to make this up closer to the games I beat. I'm going to beat this game this year. Before the next Detroit Retro Gaming Show, I'm going to beat this one. But yeah, you're a monkey. You do monkey stuff. You can shoot people with whatever it is you shoot. You can jump on them. You pick up things like helmets. I think that gives you an extra hit. You pick up boots or something, shoes that maybe cleats. They make you run, jump a little bit better. This game was fun. It had really weird bosses. There was many sub-bosses and boss battles that I played and liked. This game immediately, just controls were good. It was fun. Toki's definitely something I'm going to put more time into very soon. You know what? I'm going to set it right here. We're going to play this when I'm done with the video as I'm enjoying Busch Lights. So bushy. The next game I picked up from this same seller, guy that had a booth. It's a game that I never picked up until now because I knew I would hate it. Even though I never played it, I knew I would hate it. Looks like zero fun. Not anything I'm interested in. And once I popped it in and played it to get this game footage, I was correct in that assumption. Yeah, Lemmings, right? Who likes this game? Does anybody actually like this game? I played 2 levels. I can't imagine it getting any better. So, yeah, Lemmings. The one thing I did like about this was right here, where I had them all just fall to their deaths. I got a chuckle out of that. It was wasn't worth what I paid, but it's in the collection now. And when it comes to the day that I complete the collection, and then I buckle down and start beating every game in the collection, Star Trek and Lemmings are 2 I'm going to dread. I know it. The next and final game final Nintendo game I picked up at the Detroit Retro Gaming Show was one that was on the top of my NES want list. It's been there for a long time. Since I really wanted this game, I wanted to kind of make a big deal out of it when I picked it up. And here we are, making a big deal out of it, right? Well, that game is none other than... I know what game it is, but I'm looking to see which one of it is, because there's 2 of these. I've got the other one, so subset complete, on G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. Now, before we start playing this thing, I got a fun little story. So, this was, like I said, this was one I was hunting for. I was like, at the convention, I want to pick that one up. So, 2 people had it. First guy, he had it marked at 100, and I believe it's price charted at 90. So I was like, all right, well, I know he'll kick it down $10, but, keep shopping. Found this guy who had it marked at $65. So I was like, what the hell? Can I inspect that game, sir? Look at it. It's very minty. Good copy. Doesn't rattle. He assured me that it worked. I'm sure he has no idea. He's like, yeah, of course it works. By the time I find out it doesn't, he's long gone, never to be seen again. But no, it does work. So he screwed, that scumbag reseller screwed up, because the other G.I. Joe game, the Atlantis Factor, that one is price charted at $65. But G.I. Joe, the Real American Hero, is $90. He had it for $65. And I was like, will you take $60? And he was like pretending like he wasn't going to. Yeah, I think I can take $60. And I was like, ha! Pulled one over on your ass! G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero is just like the Atlantis Factor, which I've had for a long time but never beat. When you're doing the side-scrolling run and gun, this game is badass. The graphics are awesome. The characters are spot on. There is tons of enemies, just like in real can't say real life, real G.I. Joe, because there's so many different characters. That was one of the great things about G.I. Joe, and man, was back in the day gamer, a huge G.I. Joe guy, back in the day, still have all my original shit. That's not what we're talking about, we're talking about this game. So as you can see, the side-scrolling running gunning, fantastic. Controls great, everything about it's great. This game could be fantastic if it weren't for the damn sewer boards. It's exactly like the first game, why I never got very far in it. Because it's just such an asinine, super hard to figure out labyrinth of where to go to find the check mark, which is super cool because when you see the check mark, you put the, maybe it's not a check mark until you put the bomb on it, but when you get to the place you're supposed to go, I think it's a check mark, you place the bomb and then you have so many of these bombs you have to place in a certain time limit and then get to the end of that board, and every one of those boards is so damn hard. It all looks the same. You can't figure out where the hell you're going. I despise it. The people that made that, just double middle fingers to them. If it weren't for that, both these games would be so good. But I had so much fun playing it, I couldn't stop, and it took me a couple weeks, but I did it. Kick Cobra Commander's ass. This is a happy feather in back in the day gamer's hat right there. Boop. Now I really want to beat the other one, which I'm going to put that right after Toki. I'm probably just going to sit down and beat Toki. Don't imagine that's that difficult, but G.I. Joe. This could have been so good if it weren't for that part. You know what I'm saying if you played it. If it weren't for that, it would rival Contra easily, because you could relate to all the characters. Everybody back in the day had the G.I. Joes, and you get to play as them, and then you fight the bad guys, and I don't think we saw Zartan, though. Would have liked to see some Zartan and more Dreadnoks. 2 more games. One of those 2 is a Game Boy Advance game. You know, I'm always picking up Game Boy Advance games now, because I don't know anything about the system, except for the ones I've picked up, which is many, but back in the day, gamer loves some Pac-Man and some Pac-Man stuff. So when I saw this, not knowing it existed, I had to pick it up. Pac-Man Pinball Advance. Now, at the Cleveland Retro Gaming Show that I just did a video for, I picked up a couple of GBA Pac-Man games. This one is not as good as those because it's pinball. It's still cool. It's Pac-Man. It's got a nice premise. You see the ghosts. You eat some Pac-Dots and the power pellets, and then you get the ghost. Blah, 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 blah. It's not bad. It's cool. I'm not a pinball game guy. If I am, it's actual pinball. I don't like fake pinball because it's just not. It's fake pinball. But it's Pac-Man, and I liked it. I liked it. I'll play it again. I will. I really will. Now this last game, I need a swig of beer to get this down. I don't even know what to say. Sometimes I think I'm on drugs. But drugs are bad. I don't do drugs. I'm not on drugs. Saying that and knowing that, I see this game that I bought and I think, am I on drugs? And I just think I'm not because I'm on drugs, so I'm out of my mind. And I'm like living, I'm all drugged up and I don't know what's going on. That's the only thing I can think that would justify me buying this game. So, for several reasons, it's insane that I even bought this. The first reason, never played it, have no nostalgia for it. The source material is average, interesting at best. Next up, the only thing I've ever heard about this game is terrible things. Everyone that talks about this game, which is few and far between, say how bad it is. And then I buy it. To top it off, it's on the Nintendo 64. A system that I have not played for at least a decade. Like 5 years ago, I bought one. I've never even plugged it in. I've never turned it on. So why am I buying games for it, especially games that are known to be terrible? It's not Superman, though. It's not Superman. It's not that bad. If it was Superman, I would say I'm definitely on drugs. So I know you want me to just say it. What the hell game are you talking about? Xena, Warrior Princess, Talisman of Fate. There's no game footage because it's still never turned my Nintendo 64 on. But I'd like to hear some comments about this. I know I said, what's up with Star Trek? Who likes lemmings? Let's hear some chatter about Xena, Warrior Princess. I'm genuinely interested. So that's my little stack right there. Now, hopefully, I have located the pictures and videos I took from this with some of you fine people, and I can insert them here and whatnot. But Detroit Retro Gaming Show was a great time. Smaller show, didn't make it bad. I loved it. Had a ton of fun. Super fortunate enough to hang out with some super fun people afterwards. I do have that picture, I know, because I posted it, so that's how I found it. And it's right here. So if you know who those guys are, you know we had a good time, right? Detroit Retro Gaming Show. It's coming up in like 6 months. I don't know what the date is, but it's cold then, and it's about 6 months from now. So you'll see things. If you're in the area, go. I'm going. Maybe we can meet up and we can talk and take pictures and shoot some videos, and I can tell you, I'm going to put this in my video. And then I don't do it because I'm an ass. Yeah, no. But hey, I have vowed to quit being so damn lazy and kicking myself in the ass and putting out videos, right? This is the 3rd video in 3 weeks. So I'm not a liar. I hope not. I hope I get this video out this week. I'm already behind. That's neither here nor there. I suggest you go. Go to Detroit's a great place. If not, go to the Detroit Retro Gaming Show. Just hit up Detroit if you're in the area. Do it. Lots of things there. Google them. Thanks for tuning into my channel. Beginning to wonder why you may watch this. Did you come up with a reason? What happened? I spaced out. Am I on drugs? Thanks for tuning into my channel. Like, comment, subscribe. All that. No, you know what? I feel like there was something else I was supposed to say. What was it? I just remembered what it was. It may have been one of those things where it was, don't put that in your video. So I'm not putting it in. So now you're really pissed. Until next time, YouTube, keep it retro! Thumbnail.